Okay, one of the things that we have up here in Alaska, a fishery that's very abundant, is our halibut fishery. So because we're blessed with such a wonderful resource, we've had to figure out a lot of different ways to really enjoy it. Okay, that hasn't been too hard because we can beer batter it, we bake it, we fry it, we smoke it. We do a lot of different things with halibut. A real favorite way that we have our halibut around our household all summer long through the holidays is ceviche. Okay, and the thing about ceviche is that a couple things. You can make it ahead of time. It's always refreshing. One of the really great things about ceviche also is that it's just a really healthy dish. I mean, you're eating halibut, first off, it hasn't been cooked. It's just been cured in lime juice, but it's all just wonderful vegetables. So let's talk about them a little bit. Okay, so first, we use cilantro. So I have cilantro here. We get pretty good cilantro up here in Alaska. It also has fresh tomatoes. We have celery. We use a sweet white onion, a Vidalia onion, or a Maui sweet. We use limes. In this recipe, we'll use about 12 limes, and we squeeze these limes with a squeezer, and which is right here. We cut the limes in half, and we squeeze the juice. And then we use red, yellow, and orange bell pepper. I put 3 beautiful jalapeno peppers that I dice up. Gives a little bit of kick. And we also have the red onion, and we use an English cucumber, as well as some green onions. So you see, it's just a whole lot of wonderful vegetables. So it's super, super healthy and extremely delicious. And we're going to show you a really unique way today to actually serve your ceviche. Instead of just having ceviche with crackers or corn chips, which is great, we're going to show you how to make it into an entree or at least a starter salad for a dinner party that your guests will never forget. Okay, real important that you get really nice quality halibut to make your ceviche, okay? At Great Alaska Seafood, we take pride in giving you the very freshest, finest halibut possible. Now, we always want to skin our halibut. I've already removed the skin from this halibut. It's real easy to do. Also, you can just order it already skinned, which is probably the best way to go. And you just take your halibut and you want to cut it up into, you want to dice it up into bite-sized pieces. We're going to cook this in fresh squeezed lime juice for about an hour to start with, okay? And that'll just kind of get it all set up. It'll firm it up, and it will give it a whole different texture and flavor profile. Okay, and this halibut here is, I mean, it looks so wonderful. You can just look at it. It is absolutely as good as it gets. We just dice it up, put it in our bowl, and then I have some lime juice. We'll just sprinkle over the top. You want to have enough lime juice so your halibut's actually floating in it. So to do a 2-pound piece of halibut like this is, you need about 8 limes to do that. Okay, so we're gonna add a lime juice here, enough to completely cover our halibut. And as soon as lime juice goes on there, it starts cooking. So just 1 hour, and then the real key here is to drain this lime juice off after an hour. And then we're gonna put fresh lime juice back into our ceviche. So we don't want to use the lime juice that's actually going to be curing our fish. So remember that, it's really important. Now we're just going to put it in the refrigerator. In 1 hour, we're going to come back and we're going to toss everything together. One thing about ceviche is you have to know that it's at least an hour worth of prep time. So this is not an easy dish. It's something you have to kind of prepare for. You got to gather all your ingredients together and just know you're going to spend some time in the kitchen. But it's fun. For this recipe today, we're using about 1/2 of each of the bell peppers, okay? And we're gonna use 3 jalapenos, 12 limes, a red onion, a Vidalia onion, about 8 stalks of celery, a whole thing of green onions, a whole bunch of green onions, and one whole bunch of cilantro, and one English cucumber. Yellow pepper next. So now we're getting ready to dice up our jalapeno peppers, and I'll tell you what, I've learned the hard way. So I always put on a pair of gloves before I handle those jalapeno peppers because they can be extremely hot. You know, the hottest part of the jalapeno pepper is the membrane inside the pepper as well as the seeds. So once you remove the membrane and the seeds, most of what you have is just something, you know, a vegetable with some really great flavors. But if you were to just chop them up and put the seeds in here, it would be off the charts hot. So I'd really caution you against doing that. So we're just going to take one of the jalapeno peppers, and generally what we do, we just cut off the end, and then about like so, and then we just split them down the middle, like that. We take our spoon. If you have like a grapefruit spoon, it works really great. We'll do it one more time. Just take that, you just put it in there like so, and then you just run your spoon down like that. You can see that, like that, and that gets everything out. And there you have it, the jalapeno pepper. It's all got all the hot stuff out of it, and now we just have the rest of the pepper that has a lot of great flavor and nutrition. With that, we're just going to go ahead and dice it up as well. Pretty small pieces because, I mean, it's not hot like it would be if you left the seeds in, but there's still a little bit of flavor to it. There's a little bit of heat. So anyway, you can put 3 of those in there, and things are looking really good here for our ceviche. We have our halibut cooking. We got it in the refrigerator, which I would really recommend when you're going to be marinating or cooking your halibut in the lime juice, is to keep it cold. Helps keep it nice and firm. But right now we're just going to put the rest of the dish together, okay? All the vegetables, and once we get that all in the bowl, then we're going to go ahead and add in the halibut and some fresh lime juice at that point in time. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to take our English cucumber and we're going to go ahead and get it diced up. English cucumbers just give the dish a real fresh taste, I think would be a good way to put it. You just smell the English cucumber right now. It just smells wonderful. I think it really makes a difference. For 2 pounds of halibut, a half of an English cucumber is about the right amount. So take that and we'll use the other half for another dish later. Then we have our green onions, which are real important. Green onions are just kind of an essential with a lot of different seafood dishes, and this dish is no different. With our green onions, we have to cut them at a little bit of an angle just to make it look a little different. I think it makes the dish look a little more unique. Go. And we'll take that. Now see, we're starting to get a really beautiful color, assortment of different colors here in the dish. About 6 stalks of celery, this size, and we already cut those up. So we're going to add our celery right here. And then we took a half of a Vidalia onion. We took half of one, and we're going to add that to our ceviche. And we also did a red onion, a sweet red. Okay, so once again, you have a lot of different flavors going into this dish. So, and then of course, we have our jalapenos. 3 jalapenos all diced up, ready to go. Right there. And then we have our cilantro. And cilantro, if you try and make ceviche without cilantro, you're wasting your time, because this is one of the very key ingredients. So then we have tomatoes, and we also have avocados, but we're going to put those in to top our ceviche salad. And so we'll do that all at the end. So right now we're going to give our halibut about another 10 minutes, and we're going to blend it all together. Okay, so we've had our halibut in lime juice for an hour, and as you can see, it's kind of turned that whitish color, which means it's cooked. And we have this lime juice. So we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and drain it, and then we're going to add it to this bowl, and then we're going to add all of our ingredients, and we're going to mix things up really well. So we're going to drain all this off. This lime juice looks a little cloudy from all the cooking and all the things that's pulled out of the halibut. So that's how it's going to look, like so. And now we're just going to dump that in here, and we're going to place all of our vegetables, our cilantro, everything going to go right into our ceviche. You can see the beautiful colors. We're going to take more fresh squeezed lime juice, and that's the key. And we're going to go ahead and add that onto our ceviche. I have my gloves on, so I'm just going to take the liberty of just working this together, like so. And you'll see how beautiful it is. And then it's actually ready to eat right now. I usually let it sit up for a little while, but we're going to show you a really incredible way to serve this ceviche and turn it into this wonderful salad that I mentioned earlier. So give me a second and we'll be right back. Okay, now here's the fun part. So we have our ceviche made, and we're going to turn this into a ceviche salad. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a dressing. And this dressing is so simple, but it is so tasty. This is an original. You won't find this one anywhere else. So we take a half a cup of a really good virgin olive oil. Just take a half a cup of that, and we're going to mix it. It's going to take a while here. Okay, so you got a half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. Put it in the bowl. And then this is a Briannas creamy cilantro lime dressing. And I'm telling you, it was made for halibut, or halibut was made for it, I don't know. But this whole recipe all comes together. So we're gonna add an equal amount of the dressing to the olive oil. Okay, and in this case, that's a half a cup right there. And then we're just gonna blend it all together. And that's gonna be our dressing. Then we're just gonna go ahead and whip it together. And then this is going to go right over the top of our salad. We have butter lettuce here, really nice butter lettuce we just picked out of the garden. So that's going to be our basis for the salad. We're going to mix our ceviche together again, really nice. And by the way, you can add any type of salt, pepper to your ceviche that you like. But remember, don't add garlic to this dish. This is one of the few dishes I would tell you do not add garlic to, okay? It would completely destroy the ceviche. So you just take this, and we're gonna put it on our salad like so. And this, you can make the salad a small salad. In this case, it's a big entree-sized salad right here. Okay, this is about the size I would like to eat. Then we're gonna take fresh tomatoes, and we're gonna put some fresh tomatoes on top, along with some freshly diced avocados that are nice and ripe. Put those on top of our salad like so. And then the final touch is to just go ahead and add some of that dressing we just made. And it is absolutely delicious. You'll have people coming back for more. This is it right here. This is the halibut ceviche with cilantro lime dressing salad. And then, of course, you can put a little seasoned pepper or whatever you want on top, which I recommend. It just garnishes it up real nice, just like so. And voila, you have a unique salad that no one's ever had before. It'll knock your socks off. And here it is. Wonderful Alaskan Halibut Ceviche Salad. Bon appetit.